Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Long time no see. This is your favorite young black entrepreneur, truck driver, all that jazz, Lion King, coming to you from Hammond, Indiana. I do apologize. I know it's been about a month and a half, 2 months since I posted a video. I apologize. It's like I mentioned in my other videos, there's just been a lot of positive change in my life, and subsequently, as the dust is while the dust was kind of up in the air, and I've been adjusting, and my family's been adjusting to some things, uh, I just didn't have the time or the mental capacity to do videos. So I just wanted to make sure I took some time out today to at least post some sort of content. What I've been doing behind the scenes, the positive changes that I'm speaking on, is that well, one, you guys could peep the car seat in the back, the rear facing one. So my daughter's here. She's 2 months old now. This shirt is an EMT shirt, EMT student. I'm gonna block off the name, but yeah, I'm an EMT student now. Been in school for about 2 months as well. Added another truck. Going through some insurance issues, which I'm gonna make a video about that as well for trucking, especially for those young men out there that are looking to start a trucking company. Just to kind of explain it out, I'll make a video about that once I get through everything. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot, and I do apologize. So this video is just for you guys. I know you guys enjoy my Amazon content, so this is going to be another Amazon focused video. And the topic for this video is the new carrier performance rating system that they have. So if you've never did Amazon before, they're kind of like any other progressive technology based brokerage, and they have a performance rating system. It's a computerized thing that pretty much gives each carrier a score based on how well they perform. So about 2 months ago, they changed it. And what it used to be is they would rate you on 4 different categories. It's on time, disruption free, tender acceptance, and app usage. So app usage is they have the Amazon Relay driver app that they have to just tap through, and it just shows the progress throughout the load. It automatically geofences them to the different locations, stuff like that. On time is just, are you making it to your appointments on time? Are you arriving and leaving on time? Disruption free is they implemented this, to my understanding, where people were not actually doing empty moves. Like, they would be assigned to an empty move and they wouldn't do it, or they'll be late to it, or something that they did was disrupting their logistical flow. And then the tender acceptance is just for those people who are set up with Amazon, where they just send them loads directly, or when you book a load, that's pretty much how they check and see if you're bouncing loads. So they would take those 4 categories, add them up, divide them by 4, then that's your average. And the average is 100 to 90% is an A, 89 to 80 is a B, and so on and so forth. But now what they did was instead of just averaging out all 4 of those categories, they take your worst category and they make that your performance score. So, for example, if you have 100% across the board, you have 100% in 3 categories, but you have 1 category that's 50%, your performance score will be an F, 50%. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree how they're implementing this. Like, for example, my company personally, we have 3 100s and 190. So our performance score is at 90%. And the reason why the performance score is so detrimental, like if you use Uber or especially Convoy, you might understand how detrimental it is, because especially with Amazon, they drop their loads in groups. So what will happen is, like, let's say if they only have 1 load, the top tier would get that load first. Then like they would let an hour go by, then they drop it to the next tier, then the next tier, then the next tier. So if your performance score is low and you're at those bottom tiers, you might be missing out on good loads. Or if your performance score is messed up where you used to be able to do contracts, now you might have just one bad load and that messes up one category, and now you can't do contracts no more. And they base this back 6 weeks. So it's cumulative. They come up with these scores for the cumulative 6 weeks, and that's how they give you each category, the 4 categories, because they base it off the past 6 weeks. So they go away, but I don't agree with how they're doing this. Like, I do not believe that your worst score should just be your overall score. Like, I understand the kind of mentality on their side of it, because I'm pretty sure that there's companies out there that do good in 3 categories, but let's say on time, they're always late. So now they're forcing those carriers to, instead of worrying about the average, they have to worry about each individual block, because the worst block is their score. So they have to take that stuff into consideration. So I get the ideology behind it, but just as a carrier who's normally not late and doesn't have issues like that, I don't feel like this is appropriate action for the rating system. Because, like, for example, that one load that I'm speaking on, the driver was about 45 minutes late to drop a trailer. And the reason why he was late was because of traffic, construction. It was an accident. This was happening at the beginning of the summer, so everybody just ran outside and a bunch of crazy stuff started happening, and that slowed my driver down. That's things that he cannot control. So, I feel like, especially until Amazon gets their stuff together, where they are better at assessing the individual circumstances to a situation, they should not implement this stuff. So, and then another example, here in the Chicagoland area, the driver's relay app was down for 3 weeks. My driver did, like, out of those 3 weeks, we did 1 Amazon run out of those 3 weeks. And the app wasn't working. We put it in the notes that the driver's app wasn't working. We were told this by the facilities that he was going to, and yada yada. But we got penalized for not using the app, but the app was not working. We had no control over their app not working. So, like I said, I understand where they might be coming from as far as like implementing this new performance rating system. However, before they crack down on us as carriers and try to make us more focused on each individual category, which, as a carrier and a business person that's providing a service, we should want 100s across the board. Like, and if you're not trying to get 100s across the board, no matter how they calculate your cumulative score, you're the problem, not them. But until they get their stuff together to where they can evaluate each individual circumstance or issue correctly, then they should not impose those strict things on us. Like, I understand Amazon has a investigation process that they go through, but realistically, most of the time they don't investigate anything. They just hit yes or no, and that's it. They look at the notes. They might look at the notes for the load, but sometimes they don't. Like, for example, like I said, for the app usage thing, it's all in the notes that the driver cannot use the app. The driver cannot use the app. The driver cannot use the app. And we were still penalized for it. So somebody just didn't care. And then when you go to appeal that, it takes a few weeks anyway. So by the time you actually get a decision made, it's already falling off anyway, because they only go to the preceding 6 weeks. So that's just my take on it. Amazon, if you're watching, you guys need to get better before you try to force those weird things on us. Bring us back to the cumulative performance rating system, and not this stuff where your worst rating is your rating. So that's just my opinion on it. So let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know, do you agree with what they're doing now as far as the performance, or do you disagree? Let me know how you guys feel and how you guys are implementing to and beating it in your driver's head that, all of these things matter. Let's have an open discussion about this new performance system through Amazon. Um, and that brings it into this video. Just some futuristic stuff. Now that I am in EMT school, you might see some EMT related videos about what it's like to be in school. So watch out for those. Even if you might not be an EMT, or you might know somebody that might want to be an EMT. And I'm literally going to break it down on how to go through EMT school and still successfully run your trucking business. Because to me, this is a clutch situation where not only am I making money while I'm sitting in school, I'm also starting a second career that balances out with still being able to run my company. So watch out for that. Please make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, like this video. And like I said, let's have an open discussion. Let's leave some stuff in the comments about how you guys feel about what Amazon is doing now. So if you guys have not heard today, I love you. I believe you can do anything you put your mind to as long as you reach out and grab it. This is LK signing off. Peace.